enter the verse. Neon reflections in my eyes. A world alive behind the lines. I float through layers of design, where avatars breathe and legends rise. Midnight uploads, I feel the spark. Creators painting in the dark. This ain't a dream, it's deeper still. I lose myself and time stands still. I see the fire in your work. Every frame, every move is berserk. You built a life behind the screen. Now step inside and let it scream. Enter the verse. Let your soul take flight through cold and light. Shadows and bursts. This is where the stars collide each night. You don't need a map, just your heart and your heart. Let it all immerse. Enter the verse. I've seen gods rise from wire frames. 1,000.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Enter the Verse. It is I, the biggest bro. Oh, here again with a very special edition of Enter the Verse. I'm super duper excited. I have three masterminds in the backstage right now. These ladies are phenomenal, and they're going to show off their creative flair today. I'm super duper excited to show them off to you guys. Please welcome MsGekko, MsSlammy, Country Things in the building. Let's go. Let's bring it. How are we doing today? How are we doing today? It's a beautiful day. How are you guys?
How are you?
Let's go. I'm excited to see you guys. I'm excited to see
beautiful
what you
day.
guys. That's right. I can't wait to see what you guys are bringing to the table today. Women X VeVe. If you guys can just mention what you guys are about, why you guys formed, and what you guys are bringing to the table today.
Yeah, I can get us started with that, and then feel free. MsGekko, I feel like you were a part of the community before I was even, so it'd be great to hear your perspective as well. But the Women X VeVe community is about, really, it is for women, you know, and it's for to create like a safe space for us to be able to collaborate, talk, chat, you know, even learn from it. I feel like a lot of learning from each other, which has been super awesome. And then like with this one, I guess it kind of goes into learning, where we're going to see each other's some, you know, MsGekko and Lexi or Country Things spaces. And hopefully that'll lead to a little bit more of us maybe even as women experimenting a little bit more with building, because I feel like it has been kind of intimidating for some of us. So yeah, that's what Women X VeVe is about. And it's meant to be very inclusive. It's not, while we're here for each other and there may be things that we choose to do that's just for women, we're also very much like, we want everyone involved, you know, like, you know, doing something like this, you know, working with and collaborating with other groups as well. So.
Yeah, that's really well put, MsSlammy. And really, if you want to go right back to the beginning, our amazing orange bag lady, OBL, she had heard Mr. David Yu say there was 4 to 5% women on the app, using the app. And maybe it was Dan. I'll have to check with her. So she made it her vision to go and find all of these women. So that's actually how I came into the community over 4 years ago now, was from OBL, looking for the women that were actually using the app, because as you know, there's not a lot of women in this area. It is increasing as time goes by, of course, but it's great that we can collaborate. We sort of have similar schedules, responsibilities. So we might not have a whole lot of time to build. So when we're in there, it's great when we get tips from each other. So we're not afraid to ask those simple questions that maybe are a little bit easy for some of these advanced builders, even though they're amazing and they can definitely help out. It's, you know, it's great to have this smaller knit group of people that we just bounce ideas off of. Ooh, DQ is here. Yay. So yeah, that's how Women of VeVe came about. But like MsSlammy said, it's certainly not just for women. It's for everybody to be involved. But it did start out by, you know, trying to find, okay, if there are women, we want to know you. We want to see what you're working on, what you're building. Come and meet us.
And that's a huge thing, right? Just feeling that you're not the only person in the building and stuff like that. When I used to be a big gamer, that's what happened with a lot of my female teammates, where they were just like, I can't play alone. I can't play because, you know, everybody's like just so hyper focused that I'm a female that I can't even play the game and have fun. And sometimes you just want to play the game, dude. So yeah, it's really good to find like a nice community where you can feel safe, you can feel like you just do what you want, and then yeah, and then like you said, guys said, then you start collaborating and building and just becoming bigger and better. It's awesome. Just want to say what's up to DQ in the building. How you doing today?
Hi, pretty good. I'd be better if my VeVeVerse was working, but I'm still here to hang out.
Right. Hey, it happens. You know what I mean? We're going to get better with that stuff. But I do want to show off one thing that didn't come out until yesterday. And just one of my favorite creators on the in the space. So let's go to a VeVeVerse spotlight. So we do have one from Only Noir, one of my favorite people on the space right now, and he's got Peter Pan and he built Neverland. Like, this is insane. Like, how?
Wow.
How?
I mean, the more you look at it, the more you appreciate what has been built here. The number of shapes, the attention to detail, Big Ben in the background.
Man, and it's all like in a night skyline. Like it's amazing. This is truly,
yeah. Wow.
Just wow.
Yeah.
Because there's no house dioramas yet, right? Like I'm not.
No.
Like, he made this. like,
And
yeah.
I think I did see a comment from, I think it might have been from Mainsy, that like, wow, you nailed the English houses like perfectly.
Yeah. This is like Mary Poppins to me. So.
Oh, look at Captain Hook. You know, it's idyllic, and then he's there. I mean, come on. But yes, absolutely. These are the types of things that I want to see in the verse, because I can't build it. Well, I could build a house like that, but I would prefer to use and we've talked about this before, I would prefer to use my time, you know, building the things that I want to build, using some prefabbed spaces and shapes, and then other things that I create.
Yeah.
Oh, this is amazing. I love the wallpaper in here.
Like, this is Wendy's room, right? Wendy's room? Like, that's crazy. Yeah, so shout out to Omni Noir for doing. I had to just like, yeah, we need to highlight this right here. Just super duper creativity, and just it's off the hinges right here. So shout out to you, good sir or ma'am, whoever you are. Awesome stuff. But that takes us into the live ones we're going to get into right now. First off, starting off with Lexi, Miss Country Things. Here we go. We're gonna get into
go.
VeVe Cribz. VeVe Cribz. Oh, take a look inside. VeVe fam, living large. We're along for the ride. From the vault to the walls, it's a collector's dream.
All right, we are in Neverland Villa, and we start off with a nice big tree. So I'm thinking we're just like in a forest. Oh yeah, we're in a forest. We're in a forest. All right. Should I go interactive or fly mode?
Either or. You're actually going to go up to that door right in front of you.
Okay.
And that will take you into the villa.
Let's go. A nice star on the starting place.
Star.
Oh, okay. Let's go. Oh, there we go. Hey.
Biggest bro, I'm so glad you dressed for the occasion.
Oh, of course, top hat. You know what I mean? I have to. Wow.
Whoa.
All right, got a kitchen set up here. Ooh, look at the fireplace, though. All right.
So, Lex, what was it when you? I guess what was the spark? I guess that got you to think like, oh, this is what I'm going to build.
Well, and honestly, I was kind of all over the place with this build. I first started it off as a Neverland theme, and then my littles came in and seen that it was turning into a house, and they kind of helped me design it. And truth be told, if you look around, there's a bedroom sort of all set up for each of my children. At the kitchen table area, you see that there's a high chair for my grandson. I have one more who's just now at a high chair, so I didn't build him one. The three littles have their room set up, which would be color theme. My son is the blue, my daughter is the purple, and my other daughter is the pink. And then, of course, the master bedroom. And then below the master bedroom is the grandbaby's room.
Wow.
I had to get in the shower right quick. Hold on. Oh.
Man, this is like a 5-star resort. Man, look at this.
What did you use for the shower water?
Honestly, I had help from Swampy. He has that VeVe magic there.
Yeah. That is so cool.
And my goal with this space is to add more of these tree huts so that other people can come in and decorate their tree hut and show us a side of them and just keep adding to it. So in a sense, this space would be always changing, always open, and everyone welcome. Come show a piece of yourself. I do have on the outside another tree started for someone, whoever wants to come in to build in, and I'll just keep working on this.
That's awesome.
That's so cool.
That's a well. That is so cool.
Right? The wishing well?
Look at this high chair. Like, it killed me when I saw that. I loved it.
Yeah.
And we got the fruit there in the bowls. The attention to detail is amazing. What a great job.
Yeah, if you come over to the kitchen, I've almost got a whole kitchen set going over here. Pots, pans, bowls, dishes, cups, even a little teapot and my gnome.
Oh, we got to check this out.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. Wow.
Oh, this is awesome.
Yeah, see, somebody that kind of dabbled in the building, I know how much this takes. That's insane. That's crazy. That's awesome, though.
Are you like big into decorating just in kind of like real life stuff too? Because you're like, the aesthetic is really nice.
I took a small course in college for interior decorating. I like art and I like the color blends and stuff like that. So it was kind of something that I was interested in. I haven't ever done it in real life yet, though.
Gotcha. That's super cool.
Oh, this is the baby area.
Nice.
All but the dinosaurs, I made those toys.
No way. Look at the rattle. Get the little, what is it, like the xylophone?
Ring game.
The ring game. Oh, what a classic.
You got blocks in there. Let me go into fly mode. I can see a little better. There you go. Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Those dinosaurs?
If you couldn't tell, the grandson is a boy.
Oh, yeah, dinosaurs.
Love it.
All right, let's go back to the wrap down. Let's go up these stairs.
I love all the materials that you picked. Go ahead, biggest bro.
I just love how like the stairs can lead to so many different places. This is so cool.
It kind of reminds me of the labyrinth.
Whoa.
Oh, this is so cool.
Oh, they're very organized with their shirts and stuff. Let's go.
This is the master bedroom, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh wow. I like that mirror. It's purple tint. That's sick.
Yes. Look at all the detail. Can you go into fly mode, the biggest bro, and show everything she's got on the table here?
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
sick.
she even got the little, like the drawer pulls.
Oh.
Wow. So, biggest bro, that's a little jewelry box. I don't know if you have one or not, but
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. See, those are things I don't touch.
you've seen them, but you dare not open.
Yeah. Nope. That's like the purse thing. Don't go in there. I learned my lessons once and never again.
And those are the bedrooms that I'm still working on that I haven't completed.
Oh wow! Look at this one.
There.
Oh,
And that's an
this is
accurate
awesome.
picture of my son's floor. Legos everywhere.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so that's a lot of shapes in those Legos on the floor.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
And inside of here, like just like hiding.
This must have taken you hours to do this, did it?
Not quite, but it definitely took a minute. And the funny thing is he's actually got a treasure chest just like that, full of Legos, and it's just overflowing. And that's where that inspiration came from.
That's cool.
Amazing.
I love that it's a group bed. That's awesome. Nice. All right. Go up here. Ooh. I like your chair designs too.
I know. I mean, come on.
We're a big gamer family, so we got to have the gaming chairs.
Nice.
Man, I would hang out in any of these rooms.
Oh yeah, I like that setup right there.
That's my youngest one's room, and she is obsessed with Spider-Man.
That's so cool.
I love the colors here.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Oh, man.
Oh, wow. Look at that view. Oh,
I love that one.
Aww.
She's our princess of the family.
I love that there's a comic on each of the tables.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Just let you know.
Oh, we got that.
Oh, you got Spider-Gwen in the box down there.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty cool. So did they each pick what comic to put there, or did you pick one that represented them?
I pretty much picked the comics for them, but it does kind of represent their personalities. They did each choose a lot of the collectibles that I put in there.
Nice.
Is there something, Lexi, like that you built that you maybe want to share a little bit more about how you went about it? Or if there's like, as you've been building more, are there things that you've learned that kind of have helped make it more simple or quicker?
I've learned techniques kind of, but at the same time, I'm still a sucker to make it harder on myself. Like everything I build is individual. I always start from a blank space. But I also like to use probably more pieces than I need to, where if you look at some of the other builds, they're using the bigger pieces and then filling in the slots. Mine are all individual pieces that I like to do. But one thing that I keep telling myself, there is no bad build. It's a learning build. So even when you feel that it's a bad build, you're learning from what you don't like in it, and you're learning how to create more and different techniques from it. So nothing is ever a bad build. It's a learning build.
That's a really good way to look at it.
Man, I really like the Spider-Gwen you have over your daughter's bed there, but it keeps blinking in and out. It's weird.
Yeah, that is crazy.
But I love just the way it's flowing with the VeVe logo on the back. It's really cool on the bed.
It is. It looks like a feature.
Yeah.
And
wow.
I think that when people look at this, they're probably like, whoa, like how would I even start? So you did say you started off with a blank space.
Every
So-
time. Yep.
So walk us through, like, is it based around a collectible, a theme? How do you normally start?
Usually I get an idea in my mind. Like for this one, it started off for Neverland. And then, like I said, it just kind of turned into a Neverland villa being out in the woods, which is another thing I love to do is camping. So it was kind of still right at home. And a lot of times when I go to start a build, I get this gut feeling about it and this idea. And then I get 30 ideas that I'm trying to make into one. And I play around as I go.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and there's the second
Love
villa
that.
for anyone that wants to come in and build in and leave a piece of yourself. There's also underneath a spot that I'm working on. Hold on, I'll try to get over there. Let's see. There is a little rock formation that you can kind of see hanging out above it. And this will bring you down to, I've also, like one thing that I did keep in mind as like a small little joke is you've got your materials to build your space. So you'll have trees for your wood, and under here, you'll have your marble to build all the furniture that I was building technically. And
what?
Whoa.
What?
Whoa.
and I plan on, this originally was going to be like the underground cave leading to the Mermaid Bay from Neverland, but it again is turning into more of a community build or even a space just to get away in.
This is in the same spot. This is crazy. What? Wow. Oh man, that is so cool.
Wait, this is the same space?
Yeah,
This is the
this
same
is
space.
underneath.
Oh my,
It's in the same space.
I'm like, I looked away and I was like, wait, where are we now?
Wow.
Wow.
I love that. I love this. See, and this is really cool because we're seeing like your beginnings of it, right? And then once it gets like really fleshed out, it's gonna be this is insane. And then we'll be able all to kind of like hang out in this space. And yeah, it's gonna be awesome. This is it's so far away from the tree. Like the tree stuff is way over there. Wow, sir. What made you go all the way out here? Like it was just like, you know what? I want to go to the end of the map.
Because I knew I was going to build underneath all the way through, and at times I thought about trying to figure out a way where you could make it to where you could come up from the ground, but I made the map too big to technically do something like that right now.
Yeah. Wow, sir.
So I have I actually haven't been in the VeVeVerse very much lately, but hopefully this is going to inspire me to go in a little bit more. Is it true that, and I know you said that you always start from a blank space anyways, but can you duplicate your spaces almost kind of like a backup, or even if you have kind of like a base space that you have as your starting point for any new spaces? Is that a thing? Does anyone?
It is.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Yep.
Nice.
I feel like I remember that from the beta, but then sometimes some of the stuff from the beta didn't necessarily pull through or follow through.
Well, I know Swampy's got some videos on YouTube that are to help you start out the spaces, and I've definitely started using some of those, and it made it easier to build from the ground up, and it gives you kind of step-by-step little techniques that will help. Like one that I'm not great at yet is when you do start the build, you can rename your pieces. So if you have to duplicate those pieces or come back to those pieces, they're under your name instead of going through. Like if you were to go to my Blackpink, there's probably 1,000 rocks alone.
Yeah, that Blackpink space was crazy looking. Well,
Yeah,
that was on a Wednesday. I saw that. That was wow. Just the mountain formations alone, just like what? Yeah. So that was an awesome space. Who are we going to next?
I think
Okay.
MsGekko's.
Okay.
We can definitely go in. So now my builds are going to be a little bit different from Lexi's. Okay, so Lexi is she builds very large worlds. I mean, she builds lots of different things, but for me, it's usually what can I get in and finish and then use as part of content creation. So it's usually based around a set or maybe one of my favorite collectibles. So let's see, Biggest Bro, let's go into, I sent
Which
you, let's do Queen's Lair.
Queen's
Yeah.
Lair, no problem.
Yeah.
All right. As we get this loaded up, we do have a giveaway today. So
Yay.
make sure you're putting in hashtag Women X VeVe, Women X VeVe for a VeVe sponsored giveaway. Speaking of, there's VeVe right there. Thank you, VeVe. Let's go.
Let's go.
All right. I think we should make sure. Okay. We're getting there. It is a very collectible intensive.
Yeah, it is. I already warned Biggest Bro. So this was sort of before I learned some of the things that I learn now. One of them being don't put your collectibles too close together. So this was one of those that, you know, I absolutely loved it. I didn't have the heart to move anything. So it is what it is, Biggest Bro. It takes a minute to get in there. Oh,
No,
yeah.
But we can start off here with,
yes.
I love the human. Like, people really don't, like, respect this piece as much as they should, right?
Yeah.
It's like, this is an amazing piece.
That's the exact reason that I have her spinning there so that people can see what she actually does. And I don't think people realize that, you know, half of that face is missing. And it does have also a light that emits as well.
Yeah. Can I did it just switch the direction and spin?
Yeah. So basically when you're putting on a spin, you can say, okay, let's just say 900 seconds or 900, you know, I don't know what the measurement is, but you can go around to infinity, or you can make it stop after so long. You can make it turn, you know, 3 seconds one way, 5 seconds another way. And that's how some people actually do the skyboxes. And
I'm seeing that too.
To daylight, right? They actually time it that way. So you can actually see the sunrise and the sunset at the time that you're supposed to see it on a 24-hour clock. Yeah. Very cool things. And listen, these were sorts of things that you could never, ever do before. So the fact that you can do all of this in the verse, it's still mind-blowing to me.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
that's very awesome. Cool. But yes, this is definitely a build to show some of these collectibles. There we go.
Yeah. It's awesome because I could just sit here for like 3 minutes just looking at this one, right? Like,
yeah. So this one again, like, it has a lot of movement in it, so that's part of it. But the collectible itself, like you said, I wanted to have her, you know, nothing else behind her but the sky. And look at this color coming through.
Yeah.
Wow. Very, very cool. And again, you could have this, you know, sped up. You could have it going in the other direction. You know, lots of different things you can do with the skybox.
That's oh yeah. Oh.
So I will say I'm not a lighting expert. I'm still learning the lighting, especially, you know, how to show and display the art pieces, you know, just perfectly. But Biggest Bro, if you want to click on that dragon, this is probably, if it's not my top 5 collectible, it's definitely my top 10. Let's see.
Oh man.
So the way that the lights are on the front of this, there are 3 different colors that shine up. So even though this is like a silver color collectible, you do get to see the different colors on it.
Wow.
Yep. So he's sort of like guarding the building, we'll say.
Yeah. Yeah. And I love how you're able to kind of like disguise the base with the bushes and stuff like that. Wow. It's really cool to see like how people use their collectibles and how they have to hide certain portions. So like that's like one of my favorite things to do is like, how did they do that? You know?
Yeah, exactly. And you are right. Some of them that come on bases, we don't want them on a base. Some that don't have a base, we just build our own. So I think this was around the time that I was learning how to make candles. So I did try to do some variation in the, I think in the, like the wicks afterwards, but I just like the way they look, you know? I could have them
Oh, man.
flicker, I could have them glow, but I wanted to be like a very quick thing. And of course you can see that I love the moving water. It's probably one of my favorite things to do in the verse.
I loved what you did with the Tara McPhersons. I love this because I love Electric Lola. I got her up there. If you could.
Yep, I get a real one of her too.
Yeah,
I got from
yeah.
Decon. Yep, beautiful.
I love that thing. I love it so much.
Beautiful. But yes, you can tell where I got the idea from, right?
Yeah.
There you go. You're walking over to her right there.
Wow. Just ooh.
So that cool. That piece was the inspiration for this space.
Yeah.
That is beautiful.
Right? Like, yeah. See, like sometimes I think like the artist like would need to see that too. You know what I mean? Like just like
oh, definitely. We need to get more artists into the spaces, and we can definitely reach out to Tara and see if she wants to come through. But yes, so this is again my candle phase. I was going a bit crazy with it. We got a couple cushions on the ground. I love that wallpaper texture. Even though we only have one fabric texture, Jay's talks about this a lot as well. Like we'd like to have different fabrics because when you look up close, like you can see every little thing. So we use the wallpaper a lot for the fabrics. So if you want to go on the outside of the back, I don't know if you can walk through the wall, but
really
so
quick,
up on,
so I'm a little curious how the pink
the bushes.
Foliage? Yeah. How did you do that?
So basically this is the glow setting. So this is if you go in, you can change the color and the intensity of this. If you make them glow too much though, Slammy, it kind of just turns into a blob. Like you can't see the original. So just play with it. And again, you want that for some of your features. But for here, I did want to see the leaves. But you could have them glowing where it was just, you didn't see all that detail.
Wow, that's cool. It's really pretty too.
Oh, thank you. So the back is probably one of my favorites. So that's one of my favorite collectibles on VeVe.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolute bull rider.
Yeah. And we've got like the petals that are falling down. Very, very cool with this collectible.
Yeah.
And biggest bro, I think it's on this side. If you want to fly back and look at the side of the building. There we go. These are some collectibles that not a lot of people have seen, in 3D.
These are the Valkyries, right?
That's right. So these are the Zodiac girls. So there's only 3 of them. I'm still waiting for a Gemini. I might never get one. But there's a Leo, there's an Aries, a Sagittarius. So these are extremely detailed. And if you want to use them in the verse, like they have a lot of different features on them, like the clouds, the horns, like you can blow these up really big, the rainbows. You can use them for other things. But for here, I just wanted to show them as is because I love them.
Wow. Yeah, they're pretty cool.
Look, I mean, they're beautiful, their faces.
Yeah.
So if you want to fly around to the other side, one of my other favorite collections is the Toby My Toys. And this, I promise we'll be done now. So yes, this was one of my favorite collections. So I just wanted to display her here.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Yeah, so this is just the Queen's Lair. I know I sent you a ton, but this was the one I decided to go with because there's lots of different art pieces in here that, are a little bit older. We've got Eve right in the middle. She is my favorite collectible, along with Dragon Girl. And Dragon Girl's not in here, which is amazing when I look at this sometimes. I'm like, I can't believe she's not in here. But she's got her other space that I'm working on. So I'll show that next time.
I was just going to ask if you were planning to put her in here or not, but it sounds like she gets her own space.
She does get her own space, yes.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. Well, thank you, biggest bro. You did a great job showing us around.
Of course. What's the next one you want to do?
Oh, that's good. Unless you want to do you want to do another one?
It's absolutely up to you. I have so many from you. It's amazing.
I know. I sent you a ton. That was the one that I just want. That's the one I decided on. But I think, Miss Slammy, were you able to get in or to send the
I
invite to
did.
Biggest Bro?
Yeah, mine will be very fast though, because it is like basic. It's basically to kind of show like we've gone from super elaborate building, like actually building a bunch of stuff from like scratch, to MsGekko's displaying collectibles, doing a bunch of creative stuff with that, to then me, who really doesn't know what I'm doing.
but still a very like valid builder, right? Like it'll get you in there and start. I also just like, I'm not sure if this is for me or not, but then like I was just like playing around with like, okay, maybe I do like that, like this. So like,
Yeah.
look, all creations are awesome. Okay.
And one of these days, like we actually maybe at the end of this, assuming Doublequill, I'm assuming you're probably still not able to get into the VeVeVerse, and the time maybe hasn't come yet where you can try again.
No, it's 10 or 15.
Okay. But we were thinking maybe toward the end here, we could do a little bit of brainstorming on maybe starting to create some spaces where we could either build together or, well, I think build together, but then also probably, I would really benefit from kind of like let's just do a quick 15-minute, let's build something so I can learn some of these techniques that I don't even, like, I didn't realize I shouldn't say I didn't realize were possible. I just have no idea how to do them, I guess. So that's something that we'll want to do in the future, which honestly we could try to do here if we have time still, if someone wants to do something like that, or we could plan it for something in the future. But if you want Biggest Bro to go into mine, again, it's
well, no worries. I think I have it loaded up, and here we go. This is the European village.
Yes. So it's not, I haven't gotten very far with it. And as I was doing it, I was like, okay, maybe I should stop and get some help before I go too far. So one of the first things, those like green cubes or squares or whatever, I was going to try to build my own building, and I couldn't get stuff to line up. Like, you know how like you need stuff to be flesh, and what is it? Plum is probably the building word.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? Never mind. I'm just going to use a cube for a building, and there will be no inside to it.
Hey, you should see my stuff. Because I didn't know you could like shape like cubes and stuff like that, like form them. So like to build a wall, I took like 15 cubes and tried to stack them up. Yeah, it's hilarious. And then like Hanano saw me, was like, what are you doing? Just stretch it. I was like, what do you mean you can stretch? You can stretch it?
Yeah, I don't think I knew that either. And then I feel like I saw someone do it, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, why am I making everything so hard? So yeah, I was trying to build a building, and you can see that I started windows up there, and then I was like, there's got to be a better way to do this. So that's one of the things that I'll want to like probably go over with someone on ideas on how to build windows.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't, like, it's literally just a cube, so there is no inside. And then I think Beauty and the Beast had dropped, and I was like, let me just throw these in here because they're cool collectibles. Yeah. And that's pretty much.
I love these collectibles.
I love them too. I always am like, I wish they were animated. Animated collectibles are my favorite.
Man, right? They're just jumping around and stuff.
Yeah. So.
Wow.
Yes, yeah, so this is so basic. I actually don't really know how to use skyboxes. So I have like 4 to kind of create, like, to almost like walls around the space. And I'm not exactly sure if that's even how you're supposed to use them. I just was like, oh, so let me do that.
That's really cool how you've done that. This is a different way. There is actually, like, you can change it. Like, you don't have to put it up yourself. Gotcha. There is a way to go in and change the skybox, but I was wondering how you did this. This looks awesome.
Yeah. That's kind of
cool.
This
is like a slammy homemade. It's like you're inside of a diorama.
It's like you're in like Andy's room, right? Like
yeah,
you can see like, the big hands coming and like.
Oh my god, that would be
Slammy. We're gonna
put a Tyrannosaurus Rex up there.
Artistic choice, right?
Yeah.
Well, also I just don't know how to do stuff, so I'm just kind of like cobbling stuff together.
That's dope.
So yeah, this is, I mean, I have a space from when I was in beta that I just put like a bunch of collectibles and stuff in, but didn't really do any building or anything like that. I honestly don't even know what that looks like given all the like updates to the VeVeVerse and stuff like that. So I figured, again, very basic. Lots. I think it could have a lot of potential. I just need to spend some time and learn some things.
Let's go. It looks like you have a sensei here ready for the student. Master Roni says, I can help you. Let's go.
Nice. Yeah, I know everyone is so helpful. Like there's like Master Roni, Swampy, even I'm sure Lexi, MsGekko, Doublequill, I'm sure. Many times I just don't ask for the help, or we don't like just schedule the time together.
Oh, for sure. Anytime.
Let's go. And that's the thing about Discord that I think people don't really realize is like it's very much an open community where people are there to help, and like they see it right away, you know. So I really stress to people, use the Discord. It is worth it. So thank you, MsSlammy, for sharing your space. It's awesome, man.
I love the vibe in there.
I just love that feel, right? Like I want to live in a little European village.
I know. And yes, we can definitely next time do a stream where we sort of start. And I just tried to see if I could share my screen, but I'm not able to do it. But even if we just go in and say, okay, this is what you are going to see on your main screen. You're going to see all of the spaces you have access to. So if you're just starting out, that's going to be, probably none. There might be, even if you've not gone in there, perhaps you've been invited to a couple of spaces. So you might see that there as well. So I think Slammy will go over and show them, like, do you want to start from, a building? Do you want a house? Do you want the building or house to be furnished? There's that option there as well. Or you can go to a more blank space like Lexi does.
Yeah.
Let's go. It looks like we have another giveaway from O'Milly. So we have an O'Milly sponsor giveaway also happening today. So guys, make sure you're putting in Women X VeVe, hashtag Women X VeVe. Let's go. Did you say you guys wanted to brainstorm like how to do it like an open space or something?
Yeah, maybe it's something we can just decide here. And MsGekko, I see you. It seems like you probably have to go pretty soon, which is totally fine. I think we kind of have gotten through what we wanted to get through. Yeah. But do we want? I mean, do you guys just want me to create like a space and give everyone kind of like builder access, and then we could always, like you said,
I was thinking maybe Lexi might have an idea because I was thinking, she's got a duplicate of her treehouse, so. Maybe she makes have another space, or we go in there. What do you think, Lexi?
Absolutely, everyone's welcome. I sent invites to you guys already, so just let me know when. Absolutely, everyone's welcome.
And that's what we'll do. So next time we'll do a build, and maybe we can show like real time how Lexi is building, one of those chairs, for example, or how she builds the beds. We can show a couple things like that, how certain collectibles look in there. I know that you had Ritmo up there. Very cool. Yeah. Old school.
And that's like some of the cool things that might come out of the VeVeVerse, right? Because now you have people that are building furniture, building fixtures and stuff like that. And now I want to match my digital to I want to match my physical to digital. Like I want to get a physical Masteroni or like Collector's Gone digital chair or sofa, or
biggest like, bro. Okay, I see you.
Because like some of the lighting designs like you guys are coming up with, it's just like, yeah, like I would want that chandelier. That looks amazing, So shout out to everybody in here like that keeps one building. Keep it up, man.
That's super cool.
But yeah, guys, let's say we run this giveaway, eh?
Yeah, and one thing also, since you mentioned O'Milly, I actually meant to mention this at the beginning, is this actually, at least for me, this was his idea. He was like, can we find the women builders and can we highlight and spotlight what they're doing and what they're building? And we also thought about not just doing VeVeVerse, but also possibly showrooms, which
I think that's a great idea.
Yeah. So if there is anyone out there, I know maybe it takes maybe a bit of courage to like put yourself out there, but if there's anyone out there, we'd love to be able to see showrooms, VeVeVerse builds, even just like super creative things that you're doing with your collectibles, maybe in AR, stuff like that. So and it was O'Malley was the one that was like, I have this idea. I don't know how to get it done, and I was like, I know the perfect person to help get this done. MsGekko is gonna love this.
Let's go.
So I think that's a great idea. I never even thought of that actually. And if you're not tech savvy, I think that's the other thing as well, especially for women. If you don't want to show your face, you can see here, obviously this is an avatar. We can show you a really easy and free way to come on screen, or like Country Thing is doing here, you don't even have to have the camera going. Yeah. So if that's a barrier, you know, we've got you. You don't need to chat a lot. So I know that's a really big thing, MsSlammy, when it comes to women on the internet. So
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, even if you don't want to like appear at all, we will showcase it for you. You give us like a little bit of insight of what you want us to really showcase and stuff like that. No problem doing that. Like, we just want to make sure that your creations are out there so it can be appreciated. You never know. Like, art is just it's so everything, right? like people can love everything. Like I'm gonna go back and stare at that Tara McFish, like the waterfall. I'm gonna go and stare at it because I love that, you know. So yeah,
I love seeing other people's collectibles as well, like especially ones that I probably don't have in my collection. My collection's more of, you know, it's centered around color more than anything else, which is, some people might find that crazy, but that's how I collect. And you know what David says, collect what you love. Yeah. So part of that is finding artists who have the same color palette as me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I know you've also said, MsGekko, I've noticed you say, like, I want to see what this looks like in the VeVeVerse, and then maybe I'll buy it. Like, I think it's cool. Like, I want to see what it looks like in the VeVeVerse, and that's kind of what's driving more of your, like, what you buy on.
Definitely. Now, unless there's, you know, an artist that maybe they're not in the verse right away, they're just dropping. But definitely, if it's already on there, I want to check to see if it's in the verse before I buy it, for sure. Yeah. And again, it depends on why you're collecting, you know?
Yeah. And everyone's why is different.
Exactly.
All right, so we do have 7 entries. Come on, guys, get in there for the Women X VeVe for the VeVe sponsored giveaway. Get in there, and then we're gonna have a different hashtag for O'Malley's giveaway.
Let's go. And biggest bro, if you want, you can go into another one of my spaces. I just didn't want to take up, you know, all of your time.
Oh, I'm gonna tell you, you gave me the green light. I am in
there. All right. So while we're waiting for this,
which one do I choose?
Go into the cupcake carousel.
Yes.
I think people like that one.
Yes, that's the one. Okay, cool.
Yeah. So that
one. To geek out, but that's the one I wanted to go to.
So again, this one is like, it's really simple if you look at the build, and again, if you look at what Lexi is building, it's an environment. You know, she's got a mine shaft underneath the ground, and then when you look at this one, it's just a little bit different. It's, again, this one was created because I love the collectibles, I love the collection, but also I knew it would make awesome videos. I love the colors, the movement as well. Really simple movement. It's just the up and down and around in a circle, which is, again, setting them at the different values. And I know that we talked about that earlier in another space, especially with the skybox. But you can do that with any of them. So in the carousel, you'll see that they're not going up and down at the same time, and that was very purposeful. So I didn't want it to look like, you know, they're all doing the same thing. I wanted them to look like they were all going. There we go.
Wow.
Yeah. So you are inside of it. So I purposely thought about, okay, where is the person gonna enter? Where are they going to be? And I wanted that to be just as magical as when, you know, you sort of step back and have a look at it. So biggest bro, you'll want to go into fly mode after this. But you can, of course, go in as, you know, your avatar. You can have a walk around, but you'll get to see all of these amazing collectibles. They're so beautiful. And of course, their tattoos are, you know, absolutely amazing. And you can see them so well here. And you'll see again, I don't know, biggest bro, you might see it here, but I think I pushed it to the maximum of which way, because you can see that the carousel is not spinning the right way right now. Spinning backwards, it will spin the right way again. So if you go out and you fly out to the side, you'll see that it looks like a little cupcake. There we go.
Oh wow! Oh, oh, that's so cool.
Yeah. So the more you fly away, and this is on the home base. So again, you could go in and go to an empty space, but I usually build on the home base, and that helps me figure out, okay, where's the person going to enter? All right, they're going to enter right in the middle, and that's where I start my building from. So yeah, this is inside the top of the cupcake there. And again, oh, the cherry stayed the right color. Sometimes some of the colors go on this, but they must have patched that update.
This is so
Again,
awesome, MsGekko. Oh my gosh.
it's very simple. And again, it did take a lot of time, but you could have a finished product in, you know, a couple of hours. If
Wow.
you, and of course, you could expand this, but this is all I wanted for this build.
Yeah.
I wanted it for, you know, if you go in and get right down, you could almost do content on each one of these collectibles individually, and they would look beautiful. So say Biggest Bro, just fly down to one of them and have a little look, especially the ones that are transparent.
Yeah.
There you go. I mean, I loved this angle. This angle was, so this was one, I think probably one of my top visions that I had going into build in the verse. So very happy I was able to do that.
Yeah, it's amazing. Amazing.
Thank you, Biggest Bro. But yeah,
So cool.
again, we wanted to show that you can build on different scales. You can build hyper realistic, which you saw in Lexi. She had dishes in the cupboard. Absolutely incredible. But you can also do some of these imagination things. If you want to show Biggest Bro, I know we got one more giveaway to run. We want to do that one, and we can go in and show a colorful death while we're waiting for that.
Nice. Okay, let me pull up the giveaway screen right here. All right, we're gonna go for the Women X VeVe giveaway. Good luck, and let's spin that.
I was gonna say good luck to Majin, because he's definitely there.
Imagine. Fro!
Ooh, let's go, Fro. Congrats.
Let's go, Fro. Shout out to you, brother. Make sure you hit up MC. Let them know that you won here on Into the Verse Women X VeVe today. Let's go. And we're going to set up the next one. And I believe Millie said pay it forward. I love that.
You did. Very cool. Thank you, Millie. Appreciate you. And like MsSlammy said, if there's, you know, any of the women out there, or even if you're not in Women of VeVe, if you want us to show some of your spaces, like Biggest Bro said, you don't have to, you know, come on stream. Great idea, Biggest Bro. I never even thought about that. Give us the green light, either share some pictures or videos, and we'll definitely share for you.
Heck yeah. So let me find that. There we go. He wants to do an Omi giveaway. Can you please pay it forward as a reminder to pass on some love, a smile, a hello to a stranger today. We all need love. That is so very true. You like I tell people all the time, always try to impact someone's day. You never know how it'll change their day. It may change your day just because of how somebody else takes it. So always lead with love. Always just try to just make somebody's day. It's just way better that way. So pay it forward. I love that. Okay. And you said we're gonna do a colorful death.
Yeah. So yeah. So this one again, obviously you can tell that Tokidoki is one of my favorite brands. But this one again is going to use, I think both the Unicornos and Mermicornos are in this one. The one we just looked at were the Mermicornos only. So the ones with the tails on them. I think that was 2 of the sets. So this one will have a mixture, but the focus is the death collectible. And if you guys remember back in the day, like, I mean, if you didn't have her, you were not getting her. She was just out of reach. So when I was able to finally add her to my collection, I was very happy.
Sure, I'm gonna give it a little bit longer to load up, but
let's go.
We can just look at this beautiful Mermicorno out there, just protecting the waters.
Yeah, he's swimming in the waters. And now, when I built this one, and this is a really great way to show like how you progress through your building, and I'm sure most of you can agree with this. I didn't put a lot of movement in this one. Like now, I probably have him swimming through the water. Oh, there we go.
Whoa.
Yeah, so again, like the Tokidokis are I just love them. They're so amazing and they're such a great price too. So if you're looking for something, to create content or to have a lot of color in your space, these are definitely awesome.
I
And of
love that.
course, to be focused around death. So you can see that when the raindrops are falling down, they're coming up, but they're coming up as spikes. So yeah, you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. She's still death, She's got her little shark bite in the water.
So let's go fly mode and let's see
let's
what's
go
going
fly
on.
mode. And I would fly forward. So the other way. So backwards. The other forward. The other forward, which is backwards. All right. There we go. So you should be able to spin around to the front there, biggest bro. There we go. So again, like this shows that, you could have some movement in here, but this was a still piece. And again, it's, the different colors that are there.
With the umbrella, yeah, that's fire.
So my original idea, maybe Masteroni or one of the lads can help with this, is I wanted to have them coming down and like bouncing off of her umbrella, like at different angles. But I ended up loving this concept so much that I left it at this. But that was the original idea here for this one.
Maybe this is one where you could duplicate the space and then play around with that idea.
Absolutely. Never even thought of it till just then.
Cool.
Because I'd probably blow her up a little bit bigger because I do like the size of these. You could go into, if you wanted to go in with your avatar, you would be walking around like all of the, the spikes down below. But it is a lot better in fly mode. So this is actually a good point to talk about as well. Most of my builds are best experienced in fly mode, which what that means is you can go in with the avatar and walk around, but you're going to have a way better experience if you're not experiencing it, as a walking around, having to, walk up the stairs, that sort of thing. So the fly mode, and again, this is more for content creation. So, I mean, you can go in and enjoy it, but it's just sort of there, take a couple pictures, do your videos, and then you're sort of on your way. It's like an art exhibit.
And that's what's my bad. And that's what the cool thing about like with different artists when they're creating and stuff like that. Like you said, yours is better in fly mode. I know some people just in particular, like, look, I want you to walk through here. Please don't fly. If you fly, it like ruins the experience.
Exactly.
So like I love that. I wish there was a way where we can kind of like put like a little like an intro, right? Like hey, this is like explaining what your space is, and like, and this would be better if you view it in fly mode or like that. You know what I mean?
That's a great idea.
Yeah,
we got to remember that, because again, now that I'm thinking of it, most of my spaces are art exhibits to whether it's one artist or two.
Yeah. This is awesome, man. I just love that.
With that idea, biggest bro, I'm guessing this isn't available to everyone, but in the beta, there was that idea where you could have like those whiteboards.
Some people do have the whiteboards and can do that, but I just was like, it'll be better like for not even just a whiteboard, but just maybe like when you're pulling up the menu, like it'd be like a little info section, like this is what this is all about, and I got tech support in here.
Tech support.
I get out of nowhere. All right, I'm not gonna pull you up, but let's go. Or do I pull you up? I'm not sure. Let's go.
Awesome. Thank you, biggest bro, for going in.
Of course, dude. Thank you for allowing us to go in. Like, I tell people all the time, I try not to go in like when we go live, I try not to go in spaces that I don't get like previous is like it's okay for me to go. So that's why I usually just use like the Twitter, because it's like, okay, if you post on Twitter, you're kind of comfortable with that. But like
you're good, biggest bro.
That's why
they pay you the big bucks, right?
I want to show them off, man. Like, look at my friends. Like, let's go. Shout out to Cosmic Disarray Mass Homie. He did create a YouTube short, so let's go. I don't know if you guys know this, but he creates these scenes and then he puts it to movie backdrops and like different things like that, and it's amazing. Like I love. He did one with Andy in the cupboard, and it took me right back to grade school. I'm like, oh, I remember making a diorama in 2nd grade for the book, you know. So
I was like, we read that book in Canada too.
Right? Let's go. So shout out to that. And then so we're gonna let me present the last giveaway here.
Shout out to Millie.
Shout out to Millie paying it forward. You're gonna Omi giveaway. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go. Okay, and then yeah, we got 5 people. Anybody else? Please hashtag pay it forward. Hashtag pay it forward. Pay it forward. Let's go. And then yeah, if it, like, and also guys, if you guys ever want to be on Enter the Verse or any one of these shows, don't send me an invite. My username is the same everywhere I go. So the biggest bro. So it's very easy for me and you. Yeah, easy for me and you. And yeah, I would love to just I love just watching, like, going to other people's spaces and just like seeing their perspective and why they're doing it. And just, like today, dude, like, I'm sorry, that build with the treehouse, and then like out of nowhere, she's like, "Oh, you know, if you go like 15 miles over here, I have an underground layer."
That was amazing.
That's so cool, right? So, shout out to everybody. All right, we got 7 people in the giveaway. Let's go.
Ooh,
We're gonna pay it forward.
Let's run it. Let's run it
For the Omi from the homie, Millie. What if he wins his own giveaway? Ronnie Lino. Let's go. Before there was a Majin, there was a Ronnie Lino winning all the giveaways. So
before there was a Ronnie, there was a Raven.
Yeah, true. That is also very true. So shout out to you, Ronnie Lino. Get in contact with Millie. Let's go. All right, my tech support went away. That means I'm doing okay. Let's go.
Let's go. Thank you so much, biggest bro. This has been great. And hopefully, Doublequill, next time we can head into your space. I would love to see what you've been working on. I've seen some of your spaces before, but I want to see what else you got cooking.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Not much. It's hard to have enough time because it takes a long time to build a lot of this stuff. So
yeah. Well, also shout out to you too, because you've been on Enter the Verse, right? So if people like, I actually haven't gone back to watch that yet, and I keep like, maybe I'll do that on my drive up north today.
You have to see that, because she does like Deep Space Nine, the ship there, and it's amazing. Like, and then this her colors in there too is really, really good. Really pops up.
That's cool. And it's nice because like I can do that. I can do that on a drive, right? Like I can, because it's on YouTube here, right? I don't have to like have my laptop and have internet to be able to actually go into the VeVeVerse. So
yeah, right on the phone. Let's go.
Yeah, thanks for being here with us.
Yeah, I'm not good with the huge buildings and stuff. I like little models, like shipping a model type things. That's what I usually do.
I love that.
It takes a lot of time to do those. So, yeah. You would think it would be the opposite, but no, they take a lot of time to do.
That's why I like to stress to people, like even when you're seeing like little cups and pots and pan, even the sprinkles on that cupcake, everything takes the time. It's not pre-built. So when you look at these things, like that's what I really appreciate. Is the small details that they want us to capture, right? And that's what makes it worth it. Like them staying up at 2:00 in the morning, like, no, I shouldn't just put that sprinkle right there. I should put it right there, you know. So. Yeah, so shout out to you ladies. I can't wait to do this again. Just let us know. And
Let's
yeah,
go. Doublequill is up next. First one.
Yes. So I would like to thank all the no, it's no pressure. We're excited to see it. So I just want to thank all you guys for coming today. Just giving us your energy, showing us your spaces, and yeah, I hope it just encourages everybody else to get out there and build. Have fun, and this has been Enter the Verse. Have a nice day, guys.
Thank you. Thanks, biggest bro.